This is my first video ever, and it is for my friend Carrie, who asked for help with her Roomba. So this is the Roomba that I have, and it's a Roomba scheduler, and it's really important to keep it clean, and it can be really difficult to clean if you don't know how to do it. So the way that I always do it is the first thing I do is flip it over and make sure there's no obstruction like hair or yarn or whatever stuck somewhere in here, and if there's nothing there, which there isn't, then the first thing you want to do is flip it back over and push this little release here. That will get rid of your garbage compartment, which can get pretty full and yucky, and it's just disgusting if you don't keep up on it. So I just dump that right into my trash, and I don't always just put it right back on, because this area can also be a problem for your Roomba as well, and you want to make sure there's no obstructions or anything gross in there too. This is the point when I just flip it upside down on a hard surface, because if it's not a hard surface it'll be unbalanced and it might turn on. And there's these two little levers underneath. They are yellow, and to release you just want to push them both. So you just release these two yellow levers by pushing in, and that will spring up this cover piece, and I just set that to the side. Now both of these brush pieces will come out, and as you can see they can get full of hair and stuff wrapped around the turning ends here, which you don't want, because then they won't be able to turn, which means the Roomba will not pick up anything. So I just pick them up one at a time and set them aside as I go, and I just use my fingers if it's not too dirty. If it's really dirty and it's been a while since you've cleaned it, you can use a comb or a brush, or even I've used like knitting needles to get this stuff out of here, but you want to make sure that it's clear. Generally I clean mine about once a week or so, because we have it set up to clean for us 2 or 3 times a week, and if you don't keep up on it, it'll really bog it down, and sometimes it can even stop it from working. This little rubbery piece is a really important component of your Roomba. As you can see, mine is quite dirty right now because it's been about a week or so since I've cleaned it, and it does have an end that has to stay on there, and I released it so that I could explain how it works. All this hair and gunk that gets in here, thread, dust, everything, it'll really slow down your Roomba, and it won't be able to turn your brush, and you want to make sure that your brush can turn. So this is also very important to keep clean and keep clear from obstructions. If you don't clean your Roomba about every 3 or 4 times that you use it, mine has been known to just completely shut down and not turn on, which is bad. That's when replacement parts come in handy. So this little yellow end piece has a round center, and what you want to do after you clean it is just stick it gently back on there, and it does push in a little bit, which it will have to do so that you can reconnect it. And this other end has a square piece, and what I usually do is just match it up to this part where it goes in and set that down. Here we have another square end. It's really important to make sure that this end doesn't go where the square end should go, because it will not run. And I just set them in there. You don't need to push or yank, and then your top piece just comes back on and sets like that. And your last step is just reattaching this open part. Now, if you do have a problem in here or with any of these that you can't clean, again, replacement parts are available, but you want to try to avoid having to buy them because it can get expensive. So when I put this end piece back on, I always turn my Roomba back over, because I want to push this release button. If you force it, you can break the plastic that's embedded in here, and then it will not work anymore. So I push it down, and it's clean. So I hope you enjoyed my Roomba cleaning tutorial, and that's all we have for today.